The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, Chapter 3. When I was in 5th grade, we had a mullah who taught us about Islam. His name was Mullah Fatihullah Khan, a short, stubby man with a face full of acne scars and a gruff voice. He lectured us about the virtues of zakat and the duty of Hajj. He taught us the intricacies of performing the 5 daily namaz prayers and made us memorize verses from the Quran, and though he never translated the words for us, he did stress sometimes with the help of a striped willow branch that we had to pronounce the Arabic words correctly so God would hear us better. He told us one day that Islam considered drinking a terrible sin. Those who drank would answer for their sin on the day of Qiyamah, Judgment Day. In those days, drinking was fairly common in Kabul. No one gave you a public lashing for it. But those Afghans who did drink did so in private out of respect. People bought their scotch as medicine in brown paper bags from selected pharmacies. They would leave with the bag tucked out of sight, sometimes drawing furtive, disapproving glances from those who knew about the store's reputation for such transactions. We were upstairs in Baba's study, the smoking room, when I told him what Mullah Fatihullah Khan had taught us in class. Baba was pouring himself a whiskey from the bar he had built in the corner of the room. He listened, nodded, took a sip from his drink. Then he lowered himself into the leather sofa, put down his drink, and propped me up on his lap. I felt as if I were sitting on a pair of tree trunks. He took a deep breath and exhaled through his nose, the air hissing through his mustache for what seemed an eternity. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to hug him or leap from his lap in mortal fear. "I see you have confused what you are learning in school with actual education," he said in his thick voice. "But if what he said is true, then does it make you a sinner, Baba?" Baba crushed an ice cube between his teeth. "Do you want to know what your father thinks about sin?" "Yes." "Then I'll tell you," Baba said. "But first understand this, and understand it now, Amir. You'll never learn anything of value from those bearded idiots." "You mean Mullah Fatihullah Khan?" Baba gestured with his glass. The ice clinked. "I mean all of them. Piss on the beards of all those self-righteous monkeys." I began to giggle. The image of Baba pissing on the beard of any monkey, self-righteous or otherwise, was too much. They do nothing but thumb their prayer beads and recite a book written in a tongue they don't even understand. He took a sip. "God help us all if Afghanistan ever falls into their hands." "But Mullah Fatihullah Khan seems nice," I managed between bursts of tittering. "So did Genghis Khan," Baba said. "But enough about that. You asked about sin, and I want to tell you. Are you listening?" "Yes," I said, pressing my lips together. But a chortle escaped through my nose and made a snorting sound. That got me giggling again. Baba's stony eyes bored into mine, and just like that, I wasn't laughing anymore. "I mean to speak to you, man to man. Do you think you can handle that for once?" "Yes, Babajan," I muttered, marveling, not for the first time, at how badly Baba could sting me with so few words. We'd had a flitting good moment. It wasn't often Baba talked to me, let alone on his lap, and I'd been a fool to waste it. "Good," Baba said, but his eyes wandered. "Now, no matter what the mullah teaches, there is only one sin, only one, and that is theft. Every other sin is a variation of theft. Do you understand that?" "No, Babajan," I said, desperately wishing I did. I didn't want to disappoint him again. Baba heaved a sigh of impatience. That stung too, because he was not an impatient man. I remembered all the times he didn't come home until after dark, all the times I ate dinner alone. I'd ask Ali where Baba was when he was coming home, though I knew full well he was at the construction site overlooking this, supervising that. Didn't that take patience? I already hated all the kids he was building the orphanage for. Sometimes I wished they'd all died along with their parents. When you kill a man, you're still alive, Baba said. You steal his wife's right to a husband, rob his children of a father. When you tell a lie, you steal someone's right to the truth. When you cheat, you steal the right to fairness. Do you see? I did. When Baba was 6, a thief walked into my grandfather's house in the middle of the night. My grandfather, a respected judge, confronted him, but the thief stabbed him in the throat, killing him instantly and robbing Baba of a father. The townspeople caught the killer just before noon the next day. He turned out to be a wanderer from the Kunduz region. They hanged him from the branch of an oak tree with still 2 hours to go before afternoon prayer. It was Rahim Khan, not Baba, who had told me that story. I was always learning things about Baba from other people. There is no act more wretched than stealing, Amir, Baba said. A man who takes what's not his to take, be it a life or a loaf of naan. I spit on such a man. And if I ever cross paths with him, God help him. Do you understand? I found the idea of Baba clobbering a thief both exhilarating and terribly frightening. Yes, Baba. If there's a God out there, then I would hope he has more important things to attend to than my drinking scotch or eating pork. Now, hop down. All this talk about sin has made me thirsty again. I watched him fill his glass at the bar and wondered how much time would pass before we talked again the way we just had. Because the truth of it was, I always felt like Baba hated me a little. And why not? After all, I had killed his beloved wife, his beautiful princess, hadn't I? The least I could have done was to have had the decency to have turned out a little more like him. But I hadn't turned out like him. Not at all.